Good morning. Am I audible? All right. Good morning, everyone. We are virtually gathered here to witness another milestone in the field of research and development for the people. Today, we will be witnessing the ceremonial inauguration of the Bioinformatics Laboratory of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas. PGC Visayas was established in 2019 and has been conducting and supporting a number of omics-related researches together with its consortium. May I request everyone, for those who are able to do so, to please open their respective cameras for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. Before we officially begin, we would like to acknowledge our distinguished guests and speakers for today's event. Dr. Renato U. Solidum Jr., Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology. Engineer Rowan R. Helonga, Regional Director of the Department of Science and Technology, Western Visayas. Dr. Cynthia P. Saloma, Executive Director of the Philippine Genome Center. President Danilo L. Concepcion, the 21st President of the University of the Philippines System. Dr. Maria Cynthia Rose B. Bautista, the Vice President for Academic Affairs of the University of the Philippines System. Dr. Clement C. Camposano, the 11th Chancellor of the University of the Philippines Visayas. And Dr. Jaime C. Montoya, the Executive Director 3 of the Philippine Council for Health Research and Development of the Department of Science and Technology. To officially begin this momentous gathering, may we call on Chancellor Clement C. Camposano for his welcome remarks. A round of applause, please.
Good morning. Am I audible? Mayong aga sa atong tanan. Mayong aga sa atong mga bisita. Good morning to our honored guests. Okay. For anything else, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our President, President Danilo Concepcion, the Secretary of Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Renato Solidum, the Vice President for Academic Affairs of the University of the Philippines System, Dr. Maria Cynthia Rose Bautista, the Executive Director of the Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, Dr. Jaime Montoya, the Regional Director of the Department of Science and Technology of Region 6, Engineer Rowan Helonga, and of course, our good friend, UPV alumna, Dr. Cynthia Saloma, the Executive Director of the Philippine Genome Center. Good morning to all of you. we're so happy that you're all able to grace this occasion. You know, the launching of the Bioinformatics Laboratory, which comes in the wake of the institutionalization of the UP Visayas Regional Research Center, marks a significant upgrade to our existing capabilities. The laboratory, with its complement of high-powered servers and state-of-the-art computing technology, will allow us to fully mobilize the capabilities that now exist in the Philippine Genome Center Visayas. Indeed, the deployment of computing technology to collect, store, analyze, and disseminate omics data has allowed PGC Visayas to play a bigger role in the government's fight against COVID-19 through the provision of biosurveillance services and capabilities. The launching of the Bioinformatics Laboratory, however, is also indicative of the evolution of the university as an institution of higher learning. UP has always claimed a position of leadership in higher education. And the university is widely acknowledged as a provider of top quality graduates in so many fields. The university has also led in cutting-edge research. Yet there is one other aspect of leadership, I think, that the university has yet to fully explore. And it is leadership that is that involves the building of capacities in other institutions. I think that is one area where the university needs to do more work in building the capabilities of other institutions in the country, other institutions of higher learning, and of course other institutions engaged in research. And that's the reason why this laboratory is significant, because as a facility, from its very conceptualization, it is actually based on collaboration. In fact, the project behind this Bioinformatics Laboratory is titled Establishment of Genomics Consortium and Core Facility in the Visayas. Okay. So from the very start, from its very conceptualization, this facility is premised on collaboration. And I believe that it is through collaboration that the University of the Philippines in general and the University of the Philippines, Visayas in particular, can more effectively exercise leadership. Because through these capabilities, through this laboratory, we will be able to support the growth and development of our partner institutions of higher learning. You know, under my administration, we have already signed 16 memoranda of agreement in relation to PGC Visayas. And we're just getting started. So we are, in fact, pursuing more partnerships, not only in our region, but beyond. Now, the Bioinformatics Laboratory will provide data processing and analytical services and provide high-performance computing servers for researchers, not only in UP, but researchers in other institutions who wish to conduct their own data analysis for various next-generation sequencing data. Our aim, our long-term goal for PGC is to set up a network of research institutions among our partner SUCs, HEIs, and other research institutions to provide a greater focus on the use of genomics in various research fields through appropriate trainings and workshops. So as I said, this facility really represents this important phase in the evolution of the university as a leading institution of higher learning and as a leading institution of research. So on that note, I would like to thank our partners, our partner institutions, those who have entered into these various memoranda of agreement. And also, I would like to thank, of course, the Department of Science and Technology for trusting us with so much resources. Be assured that these resources will go a long way towards capacitating the various other institutions in the country as we begin our task of building this consortium and this network. So anyway, thank you for the support. Thank you for the partnership. Thank you for your confidence in UP Visayas. We will do our best to do justice to the trust that you have given us. So on that note, again, thank you very much, and mayong aga sa inyong tanan.
Maayong aga indeed. Thank you so much, Chancellor Camposano, for the very warm welcome. Now, for another welcome remarks, let us welcome the Program Director of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas himself, Dr. Victor Marco Emmanuel Ferriols. A round of applause, please.
Morning, everyone. To the Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, Secretary Renato Solidum Jr., to the Executive Director of the DOST Philippine Council for Health, Research and Development, Dr. Jaime Montoya, our DOST Regional Director for Western Visayas, Engineer Rowan Hilonga, our President of the University of the Philippines System, Dr. Danilo Concepcion, our Vice President, the UP Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Maria Cynthia Rose Bautista, to our UP Visayas Chancellor, Dr. Clement Camposano, and also to our Philippine Genome Center Executive Director, Dr. Cynthia Saloma. To all our guests, partners, and stakeholders, maayong aga sa tanan. Good morning, everyone. Today, in fact, this year marks an important occasion not only for the Philippine Genome Center Visayas, but for the University of the Philippines Visayas as well. Before celebrating today's launch of one of UPV's newest facilities for research and extension, I would also like to point out that this year, UP Visayas is celebrating the 75th year of our presence here in the Visayas, specifically here in Iloilo. We are celebrating 75 productive and fruitful years of instruction, research, and public service na tatak UP in this part of our country. As part of the leading institution for education, R&D, and public service in the country, UPV has spearheaded invaluable contributions to fisheries and aquatic science, health, the arts and culture, and various other disciplines here in our region, notwithstanding the multiple challenges that the university and the country has faced over the past 3/4 of a century. Now, in much the same way that UP in Iloilo was established after emerging from one of the most devastating wars in our history in 1947, UP Visayas, 75 years after, is now emerging from one of the greatest pandemics our world has ever faced, stronger and more dedicated than ever. Being true to the university's mandate to serve our country through science and technology, the Philippine Genome Center Visayas, even before our formal launching in November of 2020, mobilized our assets and personnel to contribute to our joint fight against COVID-19 by training medical personnel across the region in RT-PCR testing. We also assisted in setting up various molecular labs in the region by providing technical and logistical support to our regional stakeholders. In the same manner, our bioinformatics laboratory, even before today's formal launching, has already been passionately serving our region through the detection of the different SARS-CoV-2 variants circulating in Western Visayas. Our bioinformatics team, working in tandem with the PGC biosurveillance team, has been working tirelessly since January of this year, sacrificing even their weekends in order to provide up-to-date information about COVID-19 variants to the DOH in order to guide both regional and national policies. These are things that I am not only personally thankful for, but I am also profoundly proud of as well. As the university celebrates 75 years of its past, we are also looking to the next 75 years of our future. With the establishment of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas, and with today's latest edition of our Bioinformatics Laboratory, I am confident that we will be facing the future prepared, whatever challenges we may face. Bioinformatics plays an integral role in understanding the vast amounts of data generated in our genomics and other multi-omics studies. In today's digital world, where information becomes more and more accessible, it is necessary and our inherent duty to be able to make sense of these and harness them for the benefit of Filipinos. Our bioinformatics laboratory has the capability, and more importantly, the talent and passion to carry out this duty. With investments not only in infrastructure, but more importantly in our local talents, we will be ushering in another 75 years of impactful research and dedicated service to our region and the country as a whole. Finally, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has supported the Philippine Genome Center Visayas during our past years of operations. To the Department of Science and Technology through Secretary Renato Solidum and former Secretary Fortunato de la Peña and Undersecretary Rowena Guevara, as well as PCHRD Executive Director Dr. 𝐏𝐼ME 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐚𝐲𝐚, for your trust in our capability to bring science closer to the people. To DOST 6 Regional Director Engineer 𝐍𝐸𝐿 𝐁𝐢𝐴, for supporting our vision to bring science and technology in Western Visayas to the next level. To President Danilo Concepcion and VPAA Cynthia Bautista, for providing a nurturing environment where research centers can flourish within the UP system. To UPV Chancellor Clement Camposano and the rest of the UPV administration for the untiring support for us to fulfill our mandates. To PGC Executive Director Dr. Cynthia Saloma and the rest of the PGC Executive Committee for the unselfish guidance and inspiration. And to all our partners from the Department of Health, the Western Visayas Medical Center Subnational Laboratory, the local government units of Western Visayas, various other government agencies and higher education institutions across the country. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Padayon kita sa agham, padayon kita sa serbisyo. Padayon UPV, padayon Philippine Genome Center Visayas. Maayong aga sa inyo tanan. Magandang umaga po ulit sa lahat.
Thank you, Dr. Ferriols. Indeed, PGC Visayas will always be an arm and of service of UP and UPV's vision towards building capabilities of other institutions in the field of research and development in the country. 75 years of service and beyond. PGC Visayas, together with UPV, will continuously support collaborative researches and development initiatives for the people. At this juncture, we will be witnessing the humble beginnings and establishment of the Bioinformatics Laboratory through an audio-visual presentation. Let's watch this.
As part of the mandate of Philippine Genome Center Visayas to respond to the need to accelerate the development of fisheries and marine resources in the country, PGC Visayas is set to spearhead omics research in the field of fisheries, marine sciences, and allied disciplines. Furthermore, PGC Visayas is mandated as well not to limit themselves to the mentioned fields above and strive to support research, development, and innovation in the fields of agriculture, health, and other allied disciplines as well. With the growing facility of PGC Visayas for research and extension activities, as well as the growing interests of UP Visayas faculties, students, researchers, and collaborators inside and outside UP Visayas in doing molecular studies, PGC Visayas' goal is to cater to this need. Building the facilities for molecular laboratories to cater to this need in every aspect of research, a data analysis is needed to build the facilities for molecular laboratories to cater to this need in every aspect of research. Thus, in 2019, PGC Visayas started to procure bioinformatics servers and computer workstations. In the said year, PGC Visayas attended bioinformatics training workshops in collaboration facilitated core facility for bioinformatics PGC Diliman. Through the funding support of DOST PCARD in the establishment of Genomics Consortium and Core Facility in Visayas project, the Bioinformatics Laboratory in PGC Visayas began to hire manpower and additional equipment to start to cater to the data analysis of projects wherein PGC Visayas was involved. In the later part of 2021, with the incoming SARS-CoV-2 biosurveillance project, a dedicated bioinformatics and data management team were hired for this project. Training for SARS-CoV-2 biosurveillance was handled by the PGC Diliman, and with the help of this project, the manpower for bioinformatics analysis helped PGC Visayas to strengthen their knowledge and widen their capacity to data analysis services such as trainings and customized data analysis. This year, PGC Visayas conducted training for researchers at Western Palawan University and researchers and faculties at Mindoro State University in DNA barcoding. The bioinformatics facility has 2 servers, 1 compute and 1 storage. The servers are configured as an HPC cluster with 120 cores or 240 threads, 640 GB RAM, and 360 TB storage. We also have 11 workstations. These workstations are a 4 GHz CPU speed with 16 GB memory and 1 TB HDD and 1 TB SSD storage. It can accommodate at least 11 persons at the same time. Bioinformatics analysis and training services includes DNA barcoding, metagenomics, transcriptomics, and whole genome analysis, a custom workflow for the mentioned analysis above, and basic programming or bash scripting. DNA barcoding is a tool for rapid species identification based on DNA sequences. Efficiently recognize known species and speed up the discovery of new species. We provide rapid species identification, identification of unknown material, species authentication. Metagenomics is the study of genomes contained within an entire microbial community. Metagenomic sequencing focuses on microbial community diversity analysis, gene composition and function, as well as metabolic pathways associated with a specific environment. With our metagenomic sequencing data analysis service, we are able to provide analysis of species composition and abundance, genome components analysis, generate non-redundant gene catalog, gene functional annotations, comparative analyses among samples. The transcriptome is the complete set of transcripts in a cell, tissue, or whole organism for a specific developmental stage or physiological condition. Transcriptomic data analysis involves characterization of all transcriptional activity, coding and non-coding, or a select subset of RNA transcripts within a given sample. The analysis of transcriptomes allows the identification of candidate genes and expressed markers associated with traits of interest. We offer the following genomic data analysis services: identification of the expressed genes, determination of the gene structures, quantification of absolute and relative gene expression levels, differential expression analysis, gene ontology enrichment analysis, target gene prediction and network pathway analysis. In whole genome analysis, the de novo sequence can be used on characterized genomes if there is no available reference sequence or known genomes of significant variations are expected. The general strategy of this analysis is to align and merge short fragments derived from a much longer DNA sequence in order to reconstruct the original sequence. It usually takes multiple libraries and multiple rounds of finishing to get a complete genome sequence. With our de novo sequencing data analysis service, we are able to provide generation of high-quality reference genome assemblies, structural and functional annotation of genes, identification and phylogenetic analysis of gene families, prediction of biosynthetic pathways, gene annotation and prediction. PGC Visayas is now ready to provide bioinformatics services tailored to our clients' needs. For more details, you may contact us at bioinfo.pgc.up.visayas@up.edu.ph, or you may check the website of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas at www.pgc.upv.edu.ph.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that is how PGC Visayas continues to move forward in promoting omics for the people. Let us listen to our first speaker for today's event. He is a Filipino geologist and government official who has been the officer in charge of the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS. He is the interim secretary of the Department of Science and Technology. Let us welcome Secretary Renato 𝐿 Jr. A round of applause.
Dr. Clement C. Camposano, UP Visayas Chancellor, Dr. Victor Marco Emmanuel N. Friols, PGC Visayas Program Director, officials and staff of UP Visayas and PGC Visayas, friends from the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to everyone. I am very pleased to be part of today's ceremony, the official launching of the Philippine Genome Center, PGC Visayas Bioinformatics Laboratory. I congratulate the PGC Visayas for their efforts in pushing further advancements in the field of genomics. The establishment of this laboratory is another testament that the country continuously strives to improve its facilities and technologies to become future-ready, especially in the field of health research. The Department of Science and Technology, DOST, has always been instrumental in the establishment of PGC and will always be supportive of its continuous growth. Years before the global COVID-19 outbreak happened, the DOST has anticipated the urgent need for the Philippines to have its own premier genomics research center. Having one is not a simple task because it entails tedious planning, collaborations with stakeholders, and most importantly, hefty investments. Back then, the PGC was a somehow obscure research center not known to the general public. But it was during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic when PGC was put in the public spotlight and became a household name. Mainstream media and major news outlets banner PGC-related news on their front pages. Similar with the DOST, which became more prominent to the public consciousness because of the innovations that the department has to offer to combat the unprecedented viral outbreak. It was a never-before-seen scenario in the history of science and technology in the country. If there is one good thing the COVID-19 pandemic has brought upon us, it is the mainstreaming of S&T's indispensable role in mitigating disasters and calamities. Looking back, we can say that the Philippine Genome Center, PGC, with the support of DOST, has achieved its objective of becoming a world-class hub for gene discovery and genomics research that efficiently converts information into solutions that benefit Philippine society. Both the DOST and PGC recognize the need to expand the reach of genomics and its applications to other areas in the country. To support genomics-focused research in the areas of agriculture, marine, health, and industry, as well as to become the center of collaboration and capacity building in genomics among various institutions, we at DOST have supported the establishment of satellite facilities in the Visayas and Mindanao. The DOST Philippine Council for Health, Research and Development, PCHRD, has poured in a total of 63 million pesos for the establishment of the PGC Visayas in line with our objectives of building resiliency by strengthening the S&T capacity of our regions all over the Philippines. I was also informed that more recently, the PGC Visayas is now capable of SARS-CoV-2 sequencing and identifying circulating COVID-19 strains in the region. This effort, made possible through the joint effort and cooperation of the UP system, DOST, DOH, and DBM, has been crucial in the national biosurveillance efforts and has contributed greatly in shaping pandemic and economic policies of the country. With the recent developments in the realization of the Virology and Vaccine Institute of the Philippines and the strong support of the new administration to make it happen, we at DOST are hopeful for a bright future for the PGC and the field of genomics in general. Once again, I congratulate PGC Visayas for this milestone. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay!
Thank you so much, Secretary Solidum. Indeed, the PGC Visayas will continue to promote and mainstream the role of science in mitigating disasters and shape policies for a more progressive Philippines. And of course, live by science for the people. Our second speaker took up a Master of Science and Diploma in Clinical Tropical Medicine from London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine at the University of London, UK. He is also the first UP faculty to have finished the Master of Science Bioethics from the UP College of Medicine. He then took his Doctor of Philosophy in Medicine from the Juntendo University Graduate School of Medicine in Tokyo, Japan. He's a highly trained infectious disease specialist and is one of the people who established the Philippine Health Research Ethics Board in 2006. He is no other than the Executive Director 3 of the Philippine Council for Health Research and Development of the Department of Science and Technology. Let us welcome Dr. 𝐏𝐿𝐵 Montoya. A round of applause.
To the Department of Science and Technology Secretary Renato Solidum Jr., DOST 6 Regional Director Engineer Rowen 𝐐𝐤𝐿𝐿, our partners from the University of the Philippines, President Danilo Concepcion, and Vice President for Academic Affairs Maria Cynthia Rose Bautista, our partners from the University of the Philippines, Visayas, Chancellor Clement Camposano, partners from the Philippine Genome Center, Executive Director Cynthia Saloma, PGC Visayas Regional Director Victor Emmanuel Ferriols, organizers, moderators, guests, and participants, a pleasant morning to all of you. On behalf of the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, I extend my sincerest congratulations to the PGC Visayas team on the official launch of the Bioinformatics Laboratory of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas. I would also like to express gratitude to everyone who has come to celebrate this momentous occasion with us. After all the hard work that has gone into making this happen, is indeed a great accomplishment. Since its establishment in 2019, the DOST-PCHRD has been a witness to the tireless efforts of the PGC Visayas to advance omics research in the fields of health, fisheries, and aquatic sciences. Over the past 3 years, the center has played a significant role in providing genomics research to support R&D and in developing workforce competencies through appreciation, formulation, and implementation of genomics-focused work in the region. This event marks another milestone born from the close partnership between UP, the PGC, and the DOST-PCHRD. It is the realization of our initiatives to prioritize investments in genomic research, to bring science closer to the people, and to improve lives through research and development. With the addition of the Bioinformatics Laboratory to the center, we are thrilled to witness the advancement of R&D in the region. We look forward to the expanded capacity of the center to cater to a wider range of clients and scientists with various fields of expertise, and its capability to provide a conducive venue for their research. We hope that in today's event, we can appreciate the facility's work services and its many potential contributions to the science and research community. May this also provide more opportunities to engagement and collaborative work in the future for the benefit of the Filipino people. The establishment of the Bioinformatics Laboratory is just one of the many milestones of the PGC Visayas, and we at the DOST-PCHRD commit our support to the PGC Visayas team on their journey. Once again, congratulations to Dr. Ferriols and the whole PGC Visayas team, our partners and stakeholders who made all of this possible. We wish all of you the best in your current and future endeavors. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang UP PGC.
Thank you, Dr. Montoya and PCHRD, for the continuous commitment and support to the journey of PGC in producing collaborative health research for the Filipino people, most especially in the Visayas region. For our next speaker, he is a Filipino lawyer who formerly served as a dean and a professor of law at the UP College of Law. He finished his Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Engineering at the De La Salle Araneta University. He then obtained his law degree from the University of the Philippines and became a top-notcher in the bar examinations in 1983. He is none other than the 21st President of the University of the Philippines System, President Danilo L. Concepcion. A round of applause.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. My warmest congratulations to the scientists, researchers, and staff of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas, headed by its director, Dr. Victor Marco Ferriols, on the launch of the Bioinformatics Laboratory. Likewise, congratulations and my deepest thanks to our partners in the Department of Science and Technology and in the Philippine Council for Health, Research, and Development. They supported the Bioinformatics Laboratory and its equipment through the establishment of Genomics Consortium and Core Facility in the Visayas project. Thank you also to Dr. 𝐏𝐼ME Montoya, Executive Director of the DOST-PCHRD, to former DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, and to his successor at the DOST, Secretary Renato Solidum Jr. I have no doubt that these people will continue to push for the growth and development of genomics research in the country. In his 2018 article for the 𝐏𝐵𝐂 Institute, Peter Bickerton says that biology is going large. We deal with massive amounts of data, with all the new techniques and technologies that allow us to collect, store, analyze, and disseminate biological data and information. Terabytes and petabytes of biological and biomedical data can only be validated, evaluated, and analyzed with the help of computer technology and big data science. As another 𝐏𝐵𝐂 Institute researcher, Alice Minotto, put it, bioinformatics is the use of informatics to answer biological questions. With the launch of this bioinformatics laboratory in PGC Visayas, we are given a potent means to harness genomics technologies to support and improve fisheries and marine research, as well as agricultural and medical research in the Visayas. Our fisheries and aquaculture scientists can use an array of bioinformatic tools for disease diagnosis and aquatic health management, fish nutrition, and the development of new strains for aquaculture and brood stock improvement, among others. The health and medical impacts of bioinformatics have been well documented throughout the pandemic, as has been the critical contribution of the Philippine Genome Center in our national and regional public health policies and pandemic response. Genomic biosurveillance and bioinformatics have enabled us, first, to track down the COVID virus and all of its subsequent variants and mutations, as well as other pathogens that put our population at risk. Second, to develop appropriate diagnostic kits and pharmaceuticals to treat and prevent the spread of these pathogens. And so I am glad to see the continuing development and strengthening of PGC Visayas capacities in bioinformatics through the launch of this laboratory. This will in turn enable the region to respond appropriately to crisis and will transform the public health sector and aquaculture industry. Once again, I thank all of you who have worked hard to make this launch today of the Bioinformatics Laboratory possible. Padayon, PGC Visayas, mabuhay!
Thank you, President Concepcion, for the warm regards. Indeed, PGC Visayas will always be at the forefront in mainstreaming omics to support and improve the state of the fisheries, marine, agricultural, and medical research in the Philippines, most especially in the Visayas region. The next speaker is a professor of sociology and the former dean of the College of Social Sciences and Philosophy at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. She is also the commissioner and vice president for the academic affairs of the University of the Philippines system. Let us welcome Dr. Maria Cynthia Rose B. Bautista. A round of applause.
DOST Secretary Rene Solidum, President Danilo Concepcion, Chancellor Clem Campuzano, PCHRD Executive Director Jimmy Montoya, DOST Region 6 Regional Director Rowan Hilonga, PGC Executive Director Cynthia Saloma, UP Visayas PGC Director Dr. Victor Marco Ferriols, the hardworking staff of PGC Visayas, colleagues, and friends. It is my privilege to congratulate UPV PGC for the launching of its Bioinformatics Laboratory and to express our most profound appreciation to DOST's Philippine Council for Health Research and Development for its unstinting support to the project Establishment of Genomics Consortium and Core Facility in Visayas under the program Enhanced Capacity Building in R&D in Genomics, that for making it possible for UPV PGC to procure the necessary equipment for the laboratory. As I had shared in UP Mindanao several weeks ago, the Philippine Genome Center was created at the end of the first decade of the 21st century in cognizance of a world that is continually changing, where problems are increasingly becoming diversified and multifaceted, and where science and technology are significantly altering the way we examine and address issues. It was created as a multi- and interdisciplinary institution that translates our knowledge about genes and genomes into goods that are made specially for Filipinos, for us to better enjoy a better quality of life. Among its expected outputs are health products that are diagnostic, therapeutic, or preventive in nature, along with activities that lead to improved food crop varieties and enhanced livestock and fish yields. As with the sociocultural applications of genomics, the PGC likewise offers services that help us understand our Filipino ethnicity and ethnic diversity and the social, legal, and ethical issues raised by genomic research in the country. I am told that one of the arguments made to the Board of Regents when it was proposed is, who knows, but that PGC would help the Philippines address the challenges of a pandemic. Who knows, but that the university breathed life into it and saw it grow precisely for this COVID moment, or for this COVID moment that's about to end, I hope. I have tirelessly repeated that while PGC is situated in the University of the Philippines, the country's only national university and premier research institution, it is first and foremost a Philippine center meant to serve the nation. For this reason, the establishment of PGC Mindanao and Visayas is heartening. For this reason, too, the establishment and launching of the UPV Bioinformatics Laboratory is a milestone. We are proud and grateful that this unit enabled the Philippines to process genomics data for identifying COVID-19 variants in the Visayas. We will continue to serve the region way beyond the pandemic. Congratulations, UPV, PGC. May you move from strength to strength. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bautista. Indeed, the PGC Visayas will always continue to be the Philippine center to serve the nation even beyond the pandemic. Now, let us listen from a message closer to us, not only in vision, but also in proximity. Let us welcome the Regional Director of the Department of Science and Technology, Western Visayas, Engineer Rowan R. Hilonga. A round of applause.
Good morning to all. It has been more than 2 years since the start of the operation of the Philippine Genome Center, or PGC Visayas, which is a collaboration of the Philippine Genome Center, the University of the Philippines, and the Department of Science and Technology. We are glad that today, as we mark another milestone of the PGC Visayas, we have with us the people who have made this center possible. Let me take this opportunity not only to acknowledge them, but to express our gratitude not only for their contribution in the establishment and operation of PGC Visayas, but for helping us build a more robust, dynamic, progressive, and responsive science and technology ecosystem in Western Visayas. Let me acknowledge DOST Secretary Dr. Renato Yussi Ridum Jr., former DOST Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, DOST PCHRD Executive Director Dr. Jaime C. Montoya, Dr. Danilo L. Concepcion, UP President, Dr. Maria Cynthia Rose Bautista, UP Vice President for Academic Affairs. And locally, of course, we have our UP Visayas Chancellor, Dr. 𝐏𝐆𝐂 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐚𝐲𝐚𝐬, as well as PGC Visayas Program Director, Dr. Victor Marco Emanuel and Ferriols. As we all know, DOST has long considered genomics as a priority area for science and technology development because of its critical importance not only in the life sciences, but as well as in environment, agriculture, and the fishery sectors. We cannot, of course, overemphasize the important role that PGC Visayas has performed in our COVID-19 response efforts, not only in the Visayas area, but in the entire country as well. As we slowly but surely migrate from the pandemic to the endemic environment, I believe that we can now start as well optimizing the facilities of PGC Visayas for our research endeavors in the areas of health and medicine, fisheries, biodiversity, and agriculture in the Visayas, among others. And so congratulations everyone on the occasion of the launching of the Bioinformatics Laboratory, which I believe is a crucial step towards the attainment of the mandate and objectives of PGC Visayas. Let me end this message by reminding everyone of the mandate of the Department of Science and Technology and the entire science and technology community, which includes our universities and colleges, particularly, of course, the University of the Philippines. A mandate that states that our science and technology efforts should be geared towards maximum benefit for the economic and social development of the Filipino people. It is not enough just to undertake research activities. Our research undertakings should be able to address the development requirement of the country. Science is not only for the scientists and researchers. Science is for the people. And so once again, congratulations to the Philippine Genome Center and the University of the Philippines, Visayas.
Thank you, Director 𝐏𝐿𝐿𝐭𝐲. The PGC Visayas will always be grateful to the support of the DOST Western Visayas. Hence, the center will always adhere to continuously produce science and technology research for the maximum socio-economic benefit for the Filipino people. The Philippine Genome Center Visayas would like to extend its utmost appreciation towards the speakers and distinguished guests for their warm messages. We would like to show this gratitude through a certificate of appreciation. May we call on Dr. Ferriols to hand or award the certificate of appreciation to our speakers.
So we would like to present the various certificates of appreciation to our distinguished guests for gracing this activity. The certificate of appreciation reads that this certificate is given to Dr. Renato 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐬 Jr., our guest speaker, for sharing his inspirational message during the launching of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas Bioinformatics Laboratory, given this 29th of November 2020 at PGC Visayas Regional Research Center, University of the Philippines Visayas, 𝐏𝐿𝐿𝐭, Iloilo. Signed, yours truly, and Dr. 𝐏𝐿𝐴 Campuzano, Chancellor of the University of the Philippines Visayas. So again, thank you, Dr. Solidum. The same reads for Dr. Jaime Montoya, of our Executive Director of the Philippine Council for Health, Research, and Development of the DOST. Similarly to Dr. Danilo L. Concepcion, our President of the University of the Philippines System. Also to Dr. Maria Cynthia Rose B. Bautista, our Vice President for Academic Affairs of the University of the Philippines System. And to Engineer Rowan R. 𝐐𝐿𝐿𝐭𝐲, the DOST Regional Director for Western Visayas. And also later on for our closing remarks and also a last message from Dr. Cynthia P. Saloma, our Executive Director at the Philippine Genome Center System. So maraming salamat po sa lahat. And also to Mr. Clement Camposano as well, our Chancellor of the University of the Philippines, Visayas. Again, I would like to thank everyone, all our guest speakers for all the heartfelt messages of appreciation, inspiration, and also of encouragement. We hope that we will live by and live up to all the expectations, not only of the Bioinformatics Laboratory, but of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas as a whole. So for the next part of the program, JM.
We are officially now at the core of this momentous event. In a moment, the PGC Visayas Director himself will officially launch the opening of the Bioinformatics Laboratory of PGC Visayas. And now, without further ado, let us welcome back Dr. Victor Marco Emanuel and Ferriols. A round of applause, please.
So mayong aga, liwat sa tanan. Good morning again to everyone. This will be just very brief. So basically, I would just like to announce the official opening and launch of the Bioinformatics Laboratory of the Philippine Genome Center Visayas. We are going to welcome research collaborations and as well as services of those who would be interested in working with us at PGC Visayas. So with that, I would just like to share a summary of the services that we are currently offering at the Philippine Genome Center Visayas Bioinformatics Laboratory. First is we're doing SARS-CoV-2 reference-based analysis. So probably later on, outside of our services that we provide to the Department of Health, if there would be other health institutions that would be interested in doing additional research on SARS-CoV-2 genomes, PGC Visayas and our Bioinformatics Laboratory would be more than willing to help and partner with everyone. We're also doing, as mentioned earlier, genome assembly and also phylogenetic and mutation analysis. We have also conducted several trainings on simple programming and scripting, and we are currently also working on our pipelines for 16S metagenomics. So these are some of the services that we are already currently offering as part of our Bioinformatics Laboratory. And next, I would just like to share some of the projects that the Bioinformatics Laboratory of PGC Visayas has been involved with. So though for the project directly under PGC Visayas, it's enhancing the national pandemic preparedness and response in the Philippines through genomic biosurveillance, utilizing the UP PGC network in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, funded by the Department of Budget and Management, the Department of Health, through the Epidemiology Bureau, and the University of the Philippines System. Some other projects that our bioinformatics has assisted with our partners would be the genetic characterization of macrobrachium in the Philippines for broodstock development and seed production, together with are being led by the Western Philippines University in Palawan. Another project is to establish the identity of the white goby from Nauhan Lake and to identify the genetic profile of 𝐏𝐵𝐿 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐬 from Nauhan Lake relative to other lakes around the Philippines, being spearheaded by Mindoro State University. And also, we're currently working on the dynamics of the epibacterial community structure and composition of 𝐏𝐆𝐂 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐷 in response to thermally induced ice disease, which is currently being carried out by the Institute of Aquaculture at the College of Fisheries and Ocean Sciences here at UP Visayas, and is also funded by DOST PCARD. Some of the other studies that PGC Visayas has also assisted is in the form of thesis work by some of the students, not only here at UPV, but other constituent universities of the UP system as well. So some of the studies involve the diversity and population structure of the green mussel, Perna viridis, in major mussel-producing sites in the Philippines using deloop sequences. We supported this particular project of an MS Fisheries student, Mr. Albert Noblezada, here at UP Visayas. Another one is the metagenomic and characterization of oil-degrading microbial communities from Philippine cupped oyster, Magallana bilineata, in oil-contaminated areas along the Iloilo Strait in the Philippines. This is being carried out by Ms. Camille Rose Mueda, an MS MBB student at or from UP Los Baños. We're also doing a study on whole genome sequencing and analysis of SARS-CoV-2 genome in samples collected from the Lung Cancer Center of the Philippines, which is a joint project with the Philippine Genome Center Maine. And this is being carried out by an MS biology student here at UP Visayas, Ms. Julia Teresa Regalado. And finally, as another example of really collaborative work, not only within UP Visayas, but also between constituent universities here at the university, we're also conducting and assisting a study on the isolation, characterization, and phylogenetic identification of 𝐍𝐸𝐬𝐬 from mangrove habitats around Panay Island here in the Philippines, being carried out again by an MS microbiology student from UP Los Baños, Ms. Nisa Louie Datoon. So these are just examples of some of the studies that we are currently implementing and also utilizing the resources of the Bioinformatics laboratory here at PGC Visayas. I hope this gives everyone an idea of what the Bioinformatics Laboratory is capable of, and we do look forward to future collaborations with the members of the Visayas Genomics Consortium. I'd also like to take this opportunity to announce that the Bioinformatics tab on our PGC website has already been updated. So for up-to-date information with regards to the Bioinformatics Laboratory of PGC Visayas, you can visit our website at pgc.upv.edu.ph. And you could send also inquiries about training and trainings and services about bioinformatics to our email bioinfo.pgc.upvisayas@up.edu.ph. And for other services prior to bioinformatics, you could also send us emails at sequencing.pgc.upvisayas@up.edu.ph. So with that, I would like to again formally launch the Bioinformatics Laboratory of PGC Visayas. And again, I thank each and everyone, especially to our esteemed speakers who have continually supported the Philippine Genome Center Visayas from our establishment up until our current operations and also with our future directions. Maraming salamat and maayong aga sa tanan.
We have already witnessed a two-in-one significant moment for the PGC Visayas. Indeed, this is a great leap of faith for omics research in the Philippines, most especially to support the Visayas region. To give the closing remarks, let us welcome one of the people behind the establishment of the Philippine Genome Center. Our speaker took up her first bachelor's degree in fisheries from the UP Visayas and later took up molecular biology in Nagoya University for her second bachelor's degree. She received her master's degree in medical science from Osaka University Graduate School of Medicine. She then got her Doctor of Science in Physiology from Osaka University Graduate School of Science. She's also the project leader behind the establishment of the DNA sequencing core facility of PGC. She is none other than the executive director of the Philippine Genome Center herself. Let us welcome Dr. Cynthia P. Saloma. A round of applause.
Thank you very much. And maayong aga sa aton tanan. It is indeed an honor and a privilege for me to be here with all of you today as we support this launch of this much awaited services of the Bioinformatics Laboratory of the PGC Satellite Facility in UP Visayas, or what we call PGC Visayas. I acknowledge the generosity of time and effort of our esteemed guests for taking a short break from their busy schedules to join us today. The establishment of laboratory services in PGC Visayas, as well as in PGC Mindanao, are both part of the DOST-funded R&D program, which was approved by the DOST Executive Committee in December 2018. We officially started as a capability building program on February 1, 2019. And as the program leader, I was surrounded by a team of committed and purpose-driven project leaders like Dr. Noel Ferriols of PGC Visayas, Chancellor Laia Murao, and Dr. Tolentino of PGC Mindanao, and with their equally capable and highly energetic team members. Together, we were able to do a lot of things. I take pride in the collective effort made by the PGC team in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, not only in delivering our respective projects' deliverables, but most importantly, for welcoming and rising above the challenges caused by the SARS-CoV-2 pandemic that affected every country's healthcare system and economy since March 2020. Today's launch of the PGC Visayas Bioinformatics Laboratory is a testament of our UP-PGC family's commitment and agility to deliver what we have set out to do in bringing and expanding the realm of genomics, and with it, bioinformatics capability to the different regions of the country. We are also proud that our bioinformatics team here in PGC Visayas has evolved to become an integral part of our partnership with the Department of Health in genomic biosurveillance for SARS-CoV-2 in the country. The opportunity to be of service to researchers and students to make meaningful contributions to the country in the realm of genomics and multi-omics technologies will always be at the forefront of the PGC operations in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. As PGC Visayas opens its doors to offer bioinformatics services, we hope you are as excited as we are of this opportunity. To the PGC Visayas team with Dr. Ferriols at the helm, with the support of Chancellor Clement Campuzano, the DOST leadership and the UP leadership, the LGUs in Western Visayas, and the members of the Visayas Genomics Consortium, congratulations on this milestone, and we look forward to more milestones and achievements from this team in the coming months. Thank you very much and have a nice day, everyone. Maayong aga sa tanan sa ulit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saloma. A bright future for the genomics research in the Philippines is indeed awaiting, most especially with the addition of the bioinformatics arm in the Visayas region. We continue to live by UP's motto of honor and excellence in advancing science and technology for the people. This launching is not just any other milestone of PGC Visayas, but this solidifies UP's commitment towards mainstreaming research and development for the benefit of every Filipino. For those who would like to receive their certificate of participation, we would like to remind you to please fill up our Google form attached in the chat. So before we officially end this event, may we request everyone, for those who are able to do so, to please open their cameras for another photo opportunity. Tech team, go ahead. Also, please leave your cameras open for the singing of the UP Naming Mahal.
Okay, page 2. 1, 2. Yung iba hindi pa naka-open. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Last page. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Uh, I guess we can please leave our cameras open for the UP naming mahal. Thank you. There you have it. The Bioinformatics Laboratory of the Philippine Genome Center has officially been opened. Check out their services and updates through the official website and Facebook page of PGC Visayas. This has been 𝐏𝐆𝐵 𝐸𝐿. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Madam Mayor. Thank you.